From across Maryland, Virginia, and the District, this is Washington's 24-hour local news leader. News Channel 8's Live This Morning starts right now.
Back now at 7 minutes before 10 o'clock. Halloween, of course, is Saturday. And while trick-or-treating is fun for people, it's often scary, weird, even downright dangerous for our pets. Kristin Moran is with Fetch Pet Care. And she's here live this morning with some help in protecting the four-footed family members from Halloween's problems. Great to have you here.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
It's kind of a regular thing, at least at our house anyway. The doorbell rings, the dog goes to the front door, and there are little people there, but they sure don't look like the little people who very often will come to the front door.
Exactly.
And you have to think, this is really confusing for pets.
Oh, definitely. Cats and dogs are very much creatures of habit, and they expect people to look a certain way and smell a certain way, and with the costumes, the masks, the grease paint, and everything that people use to alter their appearance, those aren't normal people, and a lot of times they don't know how to react.
And very often the react is sort of to take off in the other direction sometimes. I mean, they can,
sure,
they'll go and hide, cats particularly, if they don't like what's going on outside.
Yeah.
So you just have to be aware that it's different for us, it's really different for them.
Right, because we can't explain to them what's going on. And we actually think that it's best to keep them in a quiet room where they can be comfortable, and have a collar with a tag, so if the dog does dart out the door, you can find them right away. That's
a real good suggestion. The other thing that comes with Halloween, of course, is all the treats. Very often candy and chocolate, and the message about dogs and chocolate is they just don't mix.
Exactly. And it's not part of their diet, and even the wrappers. I know my dog, given the opportunity, will get into just about anything, and I'll find little pieces of wrappers. And she's a larger dog, so her stomach isn't quite as sensitive, but I definitely keep any candy away from her as much as possible.
It's just like in the kids. It's not good for them. It certainly isn't good for pets.
Exactly.
And they are inquisitive. This doesn't sit here close by my reach very often. Maybe let me investigate. And they'll get into it.
Definitely.
There are other things to think about at this time, because a lot of people will decorate their house, and that may mean electrical cords being in places where they aren't ordinarily, lights and other kind of electrical appliances in places that animals, again, being inquisitive, are going to poke around.
Sure. With the flashing lights and the odd decorations, a lot of them move or do make strange noises. Everything's different, and so cats and dogs are very inquisitive, just like a small child would be. And it's really good if you go to like a hardware store and get the tubing to cover the cords, because if they chew on the cord, that can actually be fatal to them.
And it's probably safer for everybody involved, frankly. FetchPetCare.com, a great resource for all this information. Kristin Moran, thank you so much for joining us. Happy Halloween, by the way.
You too.
We'll step away for just a bit.